this poem has a strange anxiety about itself today because we can't shake hands. Sam, the cameraman, arrived. I wasn't able to shake his hand. What a weird thing. These basic courtesies in a COVID time of touch, never mind hugging friends, but these things that are taken from us in the name of safety, and I agree with it. But those courtesies are so important, and the possibility of touch. A person who occurs in this poem, there's a line, because I know a woman whose hand hasn't been shaken since she was a man. There was a trans woman came to a Corrymeela event, and we were speaking about touch. It was an event for lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans and intersex people. And that was a phrase of hers. She said, "Nobody's touched me since I was a man." Extraordinary. I asked permission if I could use it, the line. Because she said that, transitioning in her job and in her community was one where people withdrew even that currency. And so we are on a global level recognizing the impact of the lack of touch. But she was so wise about the impact of that years ago. So I've thought about her a lot. This poem was written shaking hands for a time when the British Queen Elizabeth II, and Martin McGuinness, who was the Deputy First Minister in Northern Ireland, met and shook hands. Each of them considered each other an enemy. There's reasons why, and they hadn't shaken hands in public before. And I was invited to this event, and I was thinking a lot about shaking hands, and I suppose I wanted to think about what the impact of shaking hands could be and what it could look like. And it's humble possibilities as well as its huge possibilities altogether. It's much longer than what I'll read. I'll only read a selection. Shaking hands. Fe seachtú meh gá mhíle sa dóiag. Because what's the alternative? Because of courage. Because of loved ones lost. Because it's a small thing, shaking hands. It happens every day. Because I heard of one man whose hands haven't stopped shaking since a market day in Tuama. Because it takes a second to say hate, but it takes longer, much longer, to be a great leader. Much, much longer. Because shared space without human touching doesn't amount to much. Because it's tough. Because it's meant to be tough. And this is the stuff of memory, the stuff of hope, the stuff of gesture and meaning and leading, because it has taken so long. Because it has taken land and money and languages and barrels of blood. Because lives have been lost. Because lives have been taken. Because to be bereaved is to be troubled by grief. Because more than 2 troubled peoples live here. Because I know a woman whose hand hasn't been shaken since she was a man. Because shaking a hand is only a part of the start. Because I know a woman whose touch calmed a man whose heart was breaking. Because privilege is not to be taken lightly. Because this just might be good. Because who said that this would be easy? Because some people love what you stand for, and for some, if you can, they can. Because solidarity means a common hand. Because a hand is only a hand. So hang on to it. So join your much discussed hands. We need this for one small second. So touch, so lead.